I was folding laundry in my bedroom, the house unusually quiet without Amir. He was out of town for work again the fourth time this month. We barely spoke these days, just tired check-ins and forwarded emails. I missed the warmth, the way we used to laugh. I didn't even hear the footsteps outside my door. It opened suddenly. I gasped, standing in my camisole and shorts. Zion stood frozen in the doorway, eyes widening as he realized what he'd walked in on. I scrambled for the towel on the bed, yanking it up around me. "Zion!" I shouted, heart pounding. "I'm sorry," he stammered, turning away but not fast enough. His gaze lingered for a second too long before he stepped back and closed the door. Silence returned, but the air felt thicker. He wasn't supposed to be here until tomorrow. Amir hadn't told me he'd asked Zion to stay over while he was gone. I sat down slowly, trying to calm my racing thoughts. It was a simple mistake, I told myself, but my skin burned where his eyes had traced me. A mistake. That's all it was. Then why did it feel like something had shifted? The next morning, I avoided looking at him. He acted like nothing happened, casually sipping tea and asking if I liked almond biscuits. I gave a short nod, unsure what to say. But then he smiled, not polite, not awkward. It was confident, knowing. That smile made my stomach twist. Throughout the day, little moments kept happening. He brushed past me in the kitchen, his arm grazing mine. He reached for the same glass I did and didn't pull away. His compliments became more personal. How my laugh was soft, how I smelled like jasmine. Amir never noticed these things anymore. We sat together on the couch after dinner, too close. I could feel his warmth, and I didn't move away. He asked about my marriage. I gave vague answers, not ready to admit anything, but he read between the lines. "I get it," he said. "Sometimes love changes. Sometimes it fades." I didn't answer. I couldn't. My silence gave him more than any words could. When he reached out to tuck a loose strand of hair behind my ear, I let him. My heart beat too loudly. I knew this wasn't innocent anymore. And yet, I didn't stop him. The power went out just after dinner. He lit a candle and brought it over, sitting across from me in the soft glow. The flickering light made everything feel more intimate, more dangerous. We talked quietly at first about nothing important, then about everything we weren't supposed to. "I think about you more than I should," he said suddenly, voice low. My breath caught. I should have shut it down. I didn't. I looked at him, really looked at him, and saw the want in his eyes. My body reacted before my conscience could stop it. When he leaned in, I didn't move. I felt his lips on mine, slow, careful, almost asking permission. I gave it. The kiss deepened. It wasn't wild or rushed. It was aching, restrained, desperate in its quietness. I had missed this, being wanted, being seen. Then a sound outside snapped me back. I pulled away, breath shaky, heart thudding. "This can't happen," I whispered, not even convincing myself. He nodded, but his eyes said something else. Something that terrified me because it echoed my own thoughts. I walked away without another word, not daring to look back. But even then, I knew that moment wouldn't leave me. He left the next morning without saying much. Just a quiet goodbye, a long look, and the door clicking shut behind him. I stood there for a moment, feeling strangely hollow. There was no confrontation, no closure. Just silence and the weight of what almost happened. Amir came home that evening, smiling like nothing had changed. He hugged me, asked about my week, and told me how exhausting his meetings had been. I nodded, answered when I had to, pretending everything was normal. But inside, something had shifted. That night, lying beside him, I kept my eyes open in the dark. My body was here, but my mind was elsewhere, stuck in a moment that shouldn't have happened. I hated that it meant something. I hated that I didn't regret it as much as I should. The next morning, Zion sent one message. I meant every second of it. "But I'll carry the silence you asked for." I deleted it. But it stayed with me anyway. Now I smile when I have to. I laugh when I'm expected to. But there's a version of me that only exists in that kiss. And she still whispers to me when no one else is watching.